Greetings, my friends. Chris here. Just want to bring you all an update on Litecoin. Right now we're at $75.11. We're up 3.23%. Litecoin's making a nice little move here, guys. Coming up some key resistance around $77.52. It's going to be a very strong resistance point for us. So I'm watching for the close today, and I want to see how we react to this resistance. I want to see if we blow just right through it out of this trend line, looking like we potentially could have a little bit of a trend line break going on here. But these things, guys, support, resistance, trend line breaks, moving averages, that's the stuff I really want to teach people, and really to wait for confirmation on things, because in this space what you can deal with a lot is fake outs, so false breakouts basically, or 5% failures, where you'll break out, you'll go up about 5% or so, and then all of a sudden you start falling back down. And that's something that's happened to me before. I know other traders who have tried breakout strategies, it's happened to them before, and I really want to show you one key thing that you should look for when we're breaking out of any type of trend line, or breaking down through support, or trying to break up through resistance. That's the stuff you want to look for, okay? So guys, if you like these videos, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Appreciate you all being here with me today. So what we're looking at here on the RSI, and remember this is Litecoin on the 1 day, you can see right here, guys, we're having higher lows. Beautiful move coming out of here on the RSI. We're at 57, so we have plenty of room to run to the upside if we do want to have a true trend line break take place for Litecoin. Now, we're breaking out right now. It's not on the most volume, so that's something that's suspect. And what I was going to talk to you guys about, whenever you see a breakout, you always want to have it on heavy volume. That's one of the biggest things that I can tell you. Volume's going to tell the tale. If you break out and it's on weak volume or just average volume, then a lot of times you could have that retracement or that 5% failure, where you'll even come up to a key area like this, 77.52, and then you'll come back and you'll back test this trend line. And then we'll see if that holds and we make another move, a higher high off that, or if you start breaking down through it. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen for Litecoin, but I'm just showing you the options of if this is on heavy volume and we have a trend line break and we break through and close through $77.52, that's going to be significant for Litecoin in my opinion. And what's happening here, guys, I wanted to take off the 200-day EMA and the 50 moving average, and what we're going to be looking at here is the 12 EMA and the 26. So our short-term moving average, then a little bit more of our intermediate-term moving average. So our 12 EMA is in orange, and what's taking place now, you can see we're up above it. So we finally regained it, and regained it with a very nice candle here. So we got up above it. We tried to push up. We saw rejection at the 26 EMA, this moving average here. We came back down, and look at this nice little hammer candle, almost a doji slash hammer. Hammers, you don't want to have a wick on the top, but you can see here this wick is more than 2 times the length of the body, and that's what you're looking for in that hammer candle. So right here we saw that, and we got pushed up through this 26, and yesterday we closed up above it. And we also had a close outside of this trend line, which in my opinion is significant. You really want to look for those things. Now the next thing I'm looking at is to see if these moving averages will cross. This 12 EMA crossing over top of this 26 EMA. I'm looking for that, and if that does happen, then it could start pushing up into these areas, that 77.52, and then we would look up to this area, guys. So now we have our 50 moving average. Do you see how that just appeared there? That's in pink. So that's correlating with this 77.52. So right there, there's some convergence taking place for a potentially strong overhead resistance. So that's why I said a candle close up above that is going to be significant, as opposed to a candle where we tried to push all the way up there and we have a really long wick, and then we see rejection and we get pushed back down to the downside. So that's why I said this is such a key area for me that I'm really watching for Litecoin at 77.52. And then what I wanted to point out to you was our 200-day moving average. So this is going to act as overhead resistance. And what I believe is that if we can close up above this 77.52, we're going to go up here and we're going to challenge this $83.08, and that's going to be the 200-day moving average. And what has to happen, guys, just like it's happening here, we have to change the trend with higher highs and higher lows, and that's what's been coming in here. Over here, as we were in this downtrend, take a look here. We had lower highs and lower lows coming in. Then we pushed up and we set a higher low. Higher high, higher low, higher high, and we're going to see what happens. So this is the way that I like to do strategies, guys. I also like to look at the Fibonacci, and if we go out to the Fibonacci as well, we have regained that I'm sorry, guys, we have regained the 0.618. I was looking at something there, I apologize. So when we take a look at this, we'll go from our swing low up to our swing high. We got back up above the 0.618, and now take a look at this. The 0.5 is also correlating with this 200-day EMA. So that's why I said you really have to watch these key areas and see what the candles do with them. If you see that long wick, a lot of rejection, most likely we're going to roll over. That's going to happen. But if we start having strong candles and we're closing up above that, that's a different story, and then we'll be able to tackle the next area. And that's what you want to do. You want to tackle it area by area as you're moving up here. You don't want to just look and say, okay, I'm looking at the high of 142. No, first we want to see if we can get past 77.52 now. That's our next test, and then it's going to be up there around that 200-day EMA and that 0.5 Fibonacci. But this is a nice strong move so far that Litecoin's been making. Just really pay attention to the close today. That's going to be absolutely key for us. And to the downside, we're looking at that 0.618. We need that to hold, and that's going to be at 68.77. If not, we'll go down there and set a lower low. So, guys, really factor all this stuff in. And the best thing you can do, I heard a trader, guy I'll listen to, it's Zip Trader, if you guys are into stocks and that different type of stuff as well. And he was basically talking about all of this type of stuff in terms of, you don't want to buy a dead dog on the side of the street. You want to see basically the coin recovering before you get in. You want to wait for confirmation. But he also talks about trading like a spoiled brat, essentially, that you need to pick when your setup's going to be right for what you're doing. You don't want to try to chase the market around. You want to let it come to you, and then you want to decide if this is a good area for a nice entry, and you want to try to ride that trend the best that you can. So I'll give a shout out to him. You know, he does a really good job over there, guys. If you're into stocks, go check him out. But it was just a good point how he said trade like a spoiled brat. I really like the fact that he talked about that. I think that's a big deal. And we don't need to chase this market. This market's so volatile. You don't want to chase it all around, guys. That's how you end up losing. So remember, if you're getting in a trade, risk to reward management is number one thing. Always look at your risk to reward, and you want anywhere from that 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1 in your risk to reward. So guys, let me know down below. Smash that like button if you like what we do here. Appreciate you being here with me today. God bless and take care.